Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in to Chucker TV. We're live here at the Aspen Valley Polo Club up the High Mesa Field. This is the Rocky Mountain Open. This, of course, is game number 1. This is a 4-team, 2-week tournament. Everyone will play everyone. We will go to net girls and gross goals to determine who will go to the final next Sunday. So we've got the teams out there lining up here. We've got 2 mounted officials out there today, Dale Schwetz and Gaston Dorniak. Gaston will be doing the bowling here. We've got Tonkawa in the green jerseys lining up against McClure River Ranch wearing the white. So for Tonkawa, we've got Jeff Hildebrand, Jimmy Seward, Nick Roldan, and Nacho Navijo Estrada. And this is going to be Nick Roldan working his way down the field here. Miscues leaves that one behind. Coming in on the action is going to be Horacio Heggie. Got a hold of it momentarily, but Jimmy Seward now in on the action for McClure or for Tonkawa. Jimmy Seward sends this one down, comes off the post, and that will travel across the plane of the goal mouth here. So, first goal goes to Jimmy Seward for Tonkawa. And we're going to head back to center field here and line up on our mounted officials. So, with that first goal coming off the mallet of Jimmy Seward, of course, Tonkawa lining up with Jeff Hildebrand, Jimmy Seward, Nick Roldan, Nacho Navijo Estrada. On the other side of things, McClure River Ranch, they're wearing the white jerseys today. We've got Stuart Armstrong playing the number 1 position today. Then we got Sugar Erskine, Tomacho Piedras, and Horacio Heggie playing the back position. Coming out of there with the ball, that is Nick Roldan. He's got the number 3 on his back here for Tonkawa. Roldan crushes this ball down and pops it right on in. So back-to-back goals here for the team in green, Tonkawa. 2 quick goals here, one for the mallet of Jimmy Seward, and the other here from Nick Roldan. Doing a nice job out there. As we make our way back to center field, we've got 4.5 minutes left to play. And here we go. Ball's put back on the ground. Once again here, out of the bowling, it's going to be Tonkawa with that ball, but coming up here, jumping in on a loose ball play. Where is that ball going to end up? Stewart over there along the far sideboards. Gets a hold of it momentarily here. Trying to drag that one off the sideboards. He's going to send a pass over. Looking for Tomacho Piedras, but coming down the line, that's going to be Nick Roldan here for Tonkawa. Roldan working his way down. He slows down here. He's got players in motion. Nick Roldan unleashes a pass down the field here. Not quite where he wanted to place that one, as it's going to be Horacio Heggie to pick this one up for McClure River Ranch. We've got about 3 minutes and 40 seconds left to play here as that ball gets turned back here for McClure River Ranch. Horacio Heggie working his way down the field here. Horacio gets around a couple defenders here, passes the ball up here, but the whistle sounds, stopping the clock with 3 minutes, 28 seconds, 3:28 on the clock. So the umpire's out there discussing this play. They're going to let the players on the field know, and then they'll let me know over here, and then I will in turn relay that message or that information to you, the viewers. But we always want to let the players on the field find out what's going on from the officials on the field. What do we got there, Dale?
We got all speed bump. We got cruisy change going. Penalty 2 for McClure.
So this is going to be a penalty number 2 going in favor of McClure River Ranch. We are taking advantage of this timeout here, about half chucker. This is our courtesy change as well. So we got everyone back out on the field. Here comes this penalty number 2 attempt. That's Stewart, right? No, he's not. Is that Sugar? All right, so Sugar Erskine here to do the honors. Sends that one down, and he's going to pop that one right on in for a point on the board here. McClure River Ranch finding the score sheet here on that penalty number 2 conversion. Oh. So heading back to center field once again for another bowl-in here on our mounted officials with just about 3 minutes left to go as we'll line up here on umpire Gaston Dorniak. Players assemble here, and Umpire puts that ball back on the ground. Coming out of there with the ball is going to be Nick Roldan here for Tonkawa. Roldan working his way down the field, out in front of the pack of players here. Nick Roldan having a little trouble with that ball. Can't quite pick it up on the near side. It's going to be left behind. Where's that one going to end up? McClure, River Ranch, gets a hold of the ball. Trying to send this ball out of that territory. But a bunch of players convene on this play. Where's this ball going to go? So, Nick Roldan puts another point on the board here, picking up his second on the day. And with a whistle here at center field, we got a couple players off changing. I think we have a tack time. Clock is stopped with 2 minutes and 4 seconds. 2:04 on the clock here as we wait for our player to get back out here from the tack timeout. So Nick Roldan getting some work done here early in this match. He's scored twice, and I think he is won, I believe, 3 of the bowl-ins so far. So here we go. Another bowl-in here lined up on umpire Dorniak. That ball put back on the ground here. We're off and working. Coming out of there with the play, that is going to be Horacio Heggie. Not quite where he wanted to place that ball as Roldan comes in and steals the play back here for Tonkawa. Nick Roldan from the back of the pack tries to unleash a pass downfield. Not quite where he wanted to place that one as it's going to be picked off once again. Sugar Erskine with the possession here over on the far sideboards. Shug's working his way down, trying to keep this one moving. He's got some players in motion downfield now. What's he going to do? Sugar keeping this one to himself. Now he unleashes, or thought about it. Sugar still working his way. Now he's going to drop this one back behind here for Horacio Heggie. Heggie, his pass up the field. And put it right on in. I think that was Tomacho Piedes to get credit for that one. So Tomacho finds the high mark here, puts another point on the board as we make our way back to center field with exactly 1 minute remaining. So under a minute now as we make our way back to center field. Still plenty of time to get another bowl-in off. As we line up here on our mounted officials. Here we go. Ball's back on the ground. Coming up with the ball. Sugar picks it up. Trying to keep this one under control. Nick Roldan here along the sideboards. That is the 30-second bell. Less than 30 seconds to play out here. As Stewart gets a hold of that one momentarily, but Nacho Navijo disrupts that play, setting up a play here for Nick Roldan. Can't quite keep it with him now. Jimmy Seward in on the action. Seward picks it up, working his way down, trying to get this one back down to the goal mouth. Not a lot of time left to go. And coming in on the action now. Picking it up, Horacio. And they're going to run out of time. That is Chucker. What a fun Chucker that was. 5 goals scored total in Chucker number 1. We had 4 from the field and 1 from the line. So we're going to take a quick break. And we'll be right back after this quick commercial here to start off Chucker number 2.
There's something about when you get up early, prep the plane, and you take off, and you get that first light of day. And the air is crystal smooth. You can see forever. You have to have the right aircraft for the right flight with the right crew up front. Only NetJets can do this. The flight dissolves into the background. It should just be the here and now.
Back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in here on Chucker TV. If you've just joined us, we are live here up at the High Mesa Field. This is a private location. We have game number 1 here of the Rocky Mountain Open. This is a 4-team tournament. Everybody will play everybody, and then the top 2 teams will advance to the finals next Sunday. So we got the 2 teams out here. Score on the board is 3-2, Tonkawa on top. Going to start things off here with Chucker number 2. We played all the way down to the final bell, so we're going to start things off here with a bowling from the center to the boards here in Chucker number 2. The 2 teams out there, Tonkawa wearing the green jerseys, lining up with Jeff Hildebrand, Jimmy Seward, Nick Roldan, and Nacho Navijo Estrada. On the other side of things, we've got McClure River Ranch. They line up with Stuart Armstrong, Sugar Erskine, Tomacho Piedes, and Horacio Heggie. Those guys are wearing the white jerseys out there. And then we've got our 2 mounted officials today, Dale Schwetz and Gaston Dorniak, out there keeping the players in line. So, looks like we have everybody out here on the field. Going to get this one underway here. Lined up on umpire Dorniak. And the ball's on the ground. First one on the ball is going to be Nick Roldan. Nick Roldan crushes the pass downfield out in front. He's got Jeff Hildebrand on the move here. Jeff gets out in front of the defending player here. Jeff had a little bit of trouble with that ball. Unable to send it where he wanted to. And it's going to be backed out of there by Tomacho. Trying to set up a play for a teammate, but a couple players come together. And the whistle does sound. Stopping the clock here early in this Chucker. 5 minutes, 37 seconds left to play. And it looks like we are heading towards center field for a penalty number 5 to go in favor of McClure River Ranch. All right, so the call on the field was the player came over the line after the shot. That is not allowed. So we stop the action here, and Horacio Heggie brings this one back into play here for McClure River Ranch. Heggie sends the pass down here. Stuart Armstrong sends it out in front. Where's this one going to go? Oh, look at that. Nick Roldan coming in out of nowhere, stealing that ball away, stopping a almost for sure goal. Deep in the corner now. Roldan comes together here with Tomacho Piedes. From the corner, trying to feed this one back up here to one of his teammates. Looking to get a hold of someone here, but it's going to be picked off out of there by Tonkawa. That is Nacho Navijo Estrada working his way down the field here. Hildebrand comes in, picks up the play, keeping this one moving towards the sideboards. Jeff Hildebrand keeping a close watch on him is Tomacho Piedes, and Nick Roldan coming in on the action as well. But Tomacho comes up with the ball here for McClure River Ranch. Couple players still trying to get this one off of the sideboards. Here we go. That ball is going to be sent out of there by Horacio Heggie. Comes off the defender's pony and picked off now by Nacho Navijo Estrada. Estrada trying to set up Roldan. He finds the ball on the near side. Now coming in, Tomacho gets a hold of it once again here for McClure, and he's going to send this one back. This is Stuart Armstrong playing the number 1 position today. A little different than his normal number 4. And coming through down the line. That is going to be a goal put on there. We've got 4 minutes left to play. 4 minutes on the clock. Who scored that one? Stuart? So back to center field we go. Just under 4 minutes left to play. We're going to line up here on our mounted officials and switch directions once again. And that ball is put on the ground here. Coming out of there with the play, that is going to be Jimmy Seward. Seward keeping that one to himself for the time being, but now he's going to drop it back behind for his number 3, Nick Roldan. 3.5 minutes left to play here as Nacho Navijo Estrada picks up the play from the back of the pack, sends it downfield, out in front for his number 3. That is Nick Roldan. Roldan working his way down, trying to keep this one moving. He misses cues and leaves it behind, but coming up in the back of the pack is going to be Jimmy Seward. 3:15 on the clock, 3:15. And Jimmy Seward going to find the high mark here. Putting another point on the board for Tonkawa. And as we make our way back to center field, we got just about 3 minutes left to play. And there we go. The whistle sounds. Stopping the clock with 2 minutes, 55 seconds. And we're going to take advantage of this time for our courtesy change here for chucker number 2. We see a bunch of players running off to the corners to hop on a fresh mount. And they will be back here at center field as quickly as they can. So as I mentioned, this is game number 1 here of the Rocky Mountain Open. Be sure to tune in on Chucker TV and join us at 1:30. That is, of course, Mountain Time. 1:30 Mountain Time. That's going to be 3:30 Eastern Time for game number 2 of the Rocky Mountain Open. Game number 2, of course, will feature 2 more great teams. We'll have Casablanca taking on La Carina. Casablanca is going to line up with Mark Ganzi, Grant Ganzi, Torito Ruiz, and Gonzalito Pierez. On the other side of things, for La Carina this afternoon, Brian Boyd, Nacho Figueres, Pablo Spinacci, and Alejandro Navillo Estrada. That is going to be a fun, fast-paced game, so be sure to tune in for that. And then tune back in on Saturday. Tomorrow we've got some kids chuckers. That'll be right about 11 o'clock. Of course, all of these times are Mountain Time. So tune in to that. We'll see some fun kids chuckers. We like to do those every Saturday afternoon, early afternoon. Get to see some of our future talent. More about that later. We got all the players back out here. Ball's back on the ground here. Chucker number 2 back underway. Sugar gets a hold of this one out of the bowling, sends a pass up the field, trying to find a teammate here. No one quite there to receive that pass. Nick Roldan coming through, picking up the play. Shugs trying to find the foul there, unable to do so. Nick Roldan gives that ball a ride downfield. He's got his number 2. That's Jimmy Seward out in front. Jimmy Seward checks up, slows down, makes sure he gets a hold of this ball. He just scored on the other end of the field, looking to get another point here, and he finds it. So Jimmy Seward, back-to-back goals. So that's Jimmy's second goal here on the day. Putting Tonkawa up to 5 now. 5-3 the score. Here comes, out of the bowling, Horacio. Or sorry, that is Sugar Erskine, rather. Sugar working his way down the field here. Sugar, he's got the number 2 on his back today. Shug sends a shot to the goal mouth. And that's going to be another point put on the board here. So lots of goals being scored here in Chucker number 2. We've got about 1.5 minutes left to play as we head back to center field. And that, of course, is going to be Sugar Erskine's second goal on the day. He scored a penalty number 2 conversion in the first Chucker. And now getting a goal from the field. Back here at center field, we've got just over a minute left. Here we go. Out of the bowling. Jeff sends it up here, but no one there to pick it up. Now Stewart in on the action here for McClure River, and Stewart can't quite keep control of that one. Coming up with the play now is going to be Jimmy Seward. Seward drops it back behind for Nick Roldan. Roldan working his way down the field. He sends a pass up there, looking to find a teammate, but it's going to be stolen out of there here by McClure River Ranch. Where's this one going to end up? It's going to be picked off here. Seward back in on the action. Now Nick, now they're fighting for possession, dangerously close to that goal. There is the 30-second bell. Less than 30 seconds to play out. 30-second bell is gone. So here we go. Coming down the line here. Sugar Erskine working his way down, trying to keep this one under control. Shugs winds up, takes the shot, but I think he might run out of real estate here. Horacio Heggie gets there, sets up a play here. No one able to get back on that ball, though. It's going to be picked off here by Tonkawa. That is Nick Roldan. And that is going to be Chucker. So, what a fun, fast-paced Chucker that was. We will be right back, ladies and gentlemen, after a quick commercial break with the start of Chucker number 3.
White Claw Hard Seltzer, a wave of refreshment. Crafted using our unique Brew Pure process. Made pure. Nothing tastes like White Claw Hard Seltzer.
The world's best polo in your pocket. Chucker TV, the only app you'll need to watch polo. The world's best polo in your pocket.
Chucker TV, the only app you'll ever need to watch polo.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here. This is the Aspen Valley Polo Club. We're up at a private field location today at High Mesa. What a beautiful field this is. We're ready to start Chucker number 3. Score on the board stands at 5-4. Tonkawa maintaining a 1-goal lead here as we come into the third Chucker. So we have a couple of the players out here waiting on the last few guys to make their way out here onto the field. This is game number 1 here of the Rocky Mountain Open. Be sure to tune in later this afternoon at 1:30 Mountain Time for game number 2. We're going to see Casablanca take on La Carina in that match. So, players are making their way back out here. We've got a couple of the guys coming out, waiting on, I think, 1 or 2 more. Score stands 5-4. 5-4 Tonkawa on top. Five to 4 is the score. We've seen 2 goals come off the mallet of Jimmy Seward, 2 off the mallet of Nick Roldan and Jeff Hildebrand with 1. That's how we get to 5 goals for Tonkawa. And then on the other side of things, we've seen a goal from Tomacho and Stewart, and then 2 from Sugar. So ball's in play. We're underway here. Coming out with the ball, that is Sugar Erskine, trying to feed this one up there to his number 1, Stuart Armstrong. But coming in on the action, Nick Roldan gets the ball stolen away here for Tonkawa. Nick Roldan looks downfield, unleashes a pass, sends it up in the air here. Not quite where he wanted to place it, but he's able to follow up his own shot here. And Nick Roldan, now he gives that ball a ride down the field. Out in front here, Nick trying to get back on his own line once again. Roldan, can he get there? He gets a hold of the ball momentarily here. Will it stay in the playing field, though? It does, as Tomacho going to come through, back that one out of danger over to the far sideboards once again. Here for McClure River Ranch. Roldan, though, coming in hot, picking up the play. Trying to get this one turned back, facing the right direction now. Roldan unleashes one of his deep neck shots down here out in front. We've got Jeff on the move. Jeff, can he keep this one moving? Not this time. It's still a live ball, actually. So, this one's still working down here. I cannot see. Okay, there it is. Sorry, kind of lost the ball there in the sunlight. But here we go. Ball in the back of the pack. Horacio Hagee sends this one up the field here, trying to get a hold of Armstrong, but coming down the line. This one's going to be sent out, dropped in front here. Can Stewart get there? They run out of real estate. And that's going to go over the back line and wide. We've got 4 minutes, 10 seconds on the clock. And we have a knock-in coming here for Tonkawa. Bringing the ball back into the playing surface is Nacho Navijo Estrada. Nacho. Sends a pass over here, looking for Nick Roldan. Nick jumps in on the line here, picks up the play, looking around, checking his surroundings. He's got Nacho on the move now downfield. Sends a pass down here. No one there to receive it, but Tomacho Piedes gets a back shot off for McClure and sends a pass over, trying to find a teammate. But coming up with the play is Tonkawa. Sending it back out here, right to the mallet of Tomacho Piedes once again. Tomacho. Still with possession here. He's got Horacio coming in behind here. Leaves it back behind here for Heggie. Horacio Heggie now winds up and sends a pass down the field here, trying to feed this ball up to a teammate. But coming in on the line, that was, I believe, Jimmy Seward got the back shot. And the whistle sounds, stopping the clock with 3:03 on the clock. 3 minutes, 3 seconds left to go here. Clock is stopped on that umpire's whistle. So this will be our courtesy change here for Chucker number 3. See the players taking advantage of that. What do we got there, Dale?
Got a courtesy change going on. We got a blocking foul, a late whistle there. We had one player turn up, contact made.
All right, so this is a blocking call. A little bit of a late whistle. Had the player coming down the line here. Wanted to kind of see how it played out. But the whistle did blow, and the clock is stopped with 3 minutes and 3 seconds. So as soon as we get the players back out, we're going to continue things off here with the penalty number 5. You hear the geese? So, penalty number 5. To continue us off here, we're about halfway through Chucker number 3. 3:03 on the clock. And we got the rest of our players out on the field. So, as soon as everybody gets into position, we'll get this one back underway. So here we go. Our final player making his way back out here. Looked like he was getting a piece of his equipment adjusted down there in the corner of the field. So, we'll wait for him to get into position, and then we'll get underway here with this penalty number 5. All right, so it looks like Tomacho will do the honors to send this one back into the playing surface for McClure River Ranch. Tomacho Piedes starts his circle, ready for his approach here to send this ball back into the playing surface on this penalty number 5. Here we go. Ball into the playing surface. Oh, bad luck there, Tomacho. Miscues on that one, leaves it behind, but is able to recover momentarily. Tomacho, nicely done there. Able to fix that mistake here. Tomacho continues his drive down the field. Tomacho Piedes winds up, but it's going to come off of a defender's pony here. Picked off now. Horacio over there trying to keep control, but now coming in on the action. That is going to be Jimmy Seward. Sends this one down out in front here. Jeff Hildebrand on the move, but Horacio going to get there first. Send this one back here for Tomacho Piedes. Tomacho sends this one down, but Nick Roldan coming in, jumping in on the line here, picking up the loose ball play. Nick Roldan has this ball turned, facing the right direction. Now he's got players in motion. Elects to send a short pass up here for Nacho Navijo Estrada. Nacho Winds up not where he wanted to place that ball, trying to find one of his teammates here. Comes together with Stuart Armstrong. Nick Roldan maintains possession here, working his way down towards the goal mouth. Nick, can he keep this one alive? Nick Roldan finds the high mark once again here. Nick Roldan puts another point on the board here. We've got 1 minute, 45 seconds remaining as we head back to center field. So, Nick Roldan finds the high mark. The first goal here of Chucker number 3 with 1.5 minutes left to play. 1:20 on the clock. We line up here on our mounted officials, and here we go. That ball is put back on the ground. Horacio got a touch on it. Now where's this one going to go? Tomacho trying to fight for this possession here, and Horacio can't make contact coming in down the line. Stewart. Now Horacio picks up that play, working his way down. We've got just about 1 minute remaining here in Chucker number 3 as this ball sent back over here by Nacho Diviso to Nick Roldan. Roldan with possession now, winds up, sends a big bomb down the field. Not quite where he wanted to place that one as Seward comes in on the action, picks up the play. Jimmy Seward keeping this one moving downfield. Seward trying to maintain possession here. Not a whole lot of time remaining here as Jimmy Seward, he's going to escort that one right between the uprights here, and there is the 30-second bell. So that is going to be Chucker. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back after this break here with the second half. Score on the board is going to be 6-4 here when we return. So we'll see you guys after this short halftime break.
An active lifestyle means you never stop moving. That's why only Theragun devices are designed to release your body's deepest muscle tension, so you can do the things you love. Land that pose, hit that final rep, taste success, and do it all over again. You only have one body. Make it a TheraBody.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here. This is the Rocky Mountain Open game number 1. Score on the board is 7-4. After halftime, we're going to go into chukker number 4 here, just waiting on our mounted officials to come back from their pony change. And we'll get this one underway. We're going to start things off here with the bowling at center field. We ended the first half with a goal for Tonkawa. I believe that came off the mallet of Jimmy Stewart. So, as soon as we get the umpires back out on the field, we're going to get this one back underway. The players out here, ready to go. We've got the Rocky Mountain Open. Game number 2 going to be this afternoon at 1:30. Of course, that is Mountain Time. 4 teams in this tournament. We're going to see all 4 of them play today. And then every team is going to play everyone. And then the winners, the top 2 teams, will go on to the final, which of course will be next Sunday, the 22nd, for the final. So, this should be a fun, quick 2-week tournament. We've been playing single-week tournaments, so now we get to see a little bit more out of these teams here this week. So this is definitely going to be a fun one. And, of course, we also have some other games going on down at the club. Those, of course, are not being live streamed. We've got the Mount Sopris Cup. We'll see the final of the Mount Sopris Cup this coming Sunday. So after today's matches, we will know who will be in the final of that, and I'll give you guys a little bit more information about that, about those matchups during our 1:30 broadcast, because we'll have, at the very least, we'll know which team from the first game is going to go to the finals. So I'll give you guys a little bit more information. I'll try to keep you up to date on that. And we're ready, man. Ready when you are. So, looks like our mounted officials are back out here on a fresh mount, ready to get this one underway here. Chukker number 4 set to begin with a bowling here at center field. The bowling's, of course, going to take place from this side of the field. So they line up on umpire Dale Schwetz, ready to get this one underway. Umpire Schwetz puts the ball on the ground. We're off and working here. Chukker number 4 underway. Horacio Heggie fighting for it here with Roldan. And we have a quick whistle here. I believe we're going to have a little bit of an injury timeout. 2 players came together there. Looks like everyone's okay, but we just want to give this player a little bit of time to kind of shake it off. Yeah, so we're going to have a little mulligan here. We're going to bowl this ball back into play. A little collision out of the bowl in here. No one fouled, but we did want to make sure that that player was all right. Nick's okay. He's super tough. Here we go. Ball's back on the ground here. And Roldan going to get a hold of that ball. Sends it down the field here. Looking to set up Jeff Hildebrand, who drops in on the line. Jeff on the offside now, trying to get back to this ball. Can he keep this one moving? He does. Jeff Hildebrand, now he's going to lose the handle. Coming up with the ball. Sends it back over to the far sideboards, where a couple players are racing in, trying to get a hold of this ball. And Horacio keeps this ball moving downfield, trying to find Tomacho Piedes. Nacho Navijo comes in, but Tomacho able to pick up the broken play. Tomacho maintains possession here, lets a couple defenders go by. Now he's going to send a pass up. Look, trying to get a hold of Horacio. Comes up a little bit short, though. Coming in with the play is Nacho Navijo. Estrada sends this ball up in the air here. Waits for it to settle. Nacho follows up his own shot. Nacho Navijo Estrada. Can he get back to this ball? Not this time. It's going to be picked off there by Stuart Armstrong. Armstrong now. Heggie in on the action. Horacio with possession here for McClure River Ranch. Horacio loses the handle. Here comes Nick Roldan. Traps that ball. Nick Roldan winds up and shoots towards the goal. But that one's going to go just a little bit wide to the right-hand side. We've got about 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here as we line up for a knock-in. So, down here on the end line, this ball brought back into the playing surface. Here we go. Back in play. Nick comes in, tries to disrupt this play, gets a hold of the ball, trying to keep this one attached to his mallet. Nick Roldan having a little bit of trouble with the bouncing ball, leaves it behind. Here comes Stewart. Now, Sugar. Shugs picks it up, working it down. Nacho Navijo tries to come in there, and now Sugar maintains possession once again. Looking downfield here. Oh, bad luck, not where he wanted to place that ball. Couple players coming together. Here comes Jimmy Stewart, sends that one back. We got about 3.5 minutes left to play here in Chucker number 4. Nick Roldan sends this one down the field. Here he has his number 4. That is Nacho Navijo Estrada. Estrada winds up, gives that ball a ride, but it's going to go off to the right-hand side. And we got a whistle on the field. This is going to be our courtesy change here for Chucker number 4. Clock is stopped with 3 minutes and 16 seconds. So we'll let these players hop on a fresh mount real quick and resume the action here with a knock-in to be taken by McClure River Ranch. So, looks like the players are making their way back out here onto the playing surface. Ready to resume the action here with this knock-in. Umpire calls play. Here we go. Ball brought back into the playing surface. Here we go. Where's this one going to go? Horacio. And a whistle sounds. All right, so the ball came off of a defending player. Pause the action here. Make sure that that player's all right. Looks like he's fine. He's waving off the medic. All right, so that was just we're going to have a bowl in here to resume the action. We've got 3:07 on the clock, 3:07. So we're going to line up here, have a bowl in. And here we go. Ball's back on the ground. We're off and working once again. Clock continues to tick down here in Chucker number 4. Where's this ball going to go? They're fighting for it here. Who's going to send it out of the pack? It's over by the goal mouth. And backed out of there momentarily. Bunch of McClure players convene on this ball. Here we go. They get a hold of it, and they're working away from Tonkawa territory now. Sugar Erskine with possession. He's got players in motion downfield. Shugs, where's he going to go? He's going to elect to go over to the far sideboards. He's got Horacio Heggie coming in behind if the need arises. Shugs keeping this one moving down the field. Sugar Erskine loses the handle there, and Jeff Hildebrand picks up the loose ball play. Here on the sideboards, 2 players come together. Who's going to get a hold of that line? It's going to be Nick Roldan. Roldan with possession. Working his way down. Here we go. He unleashes the pass up the field here. Going to follow it up himself. Nick Roldan on the near side. Tries to get this one off the sideboards. Having a little trouble there. That ball stays behind. Stuart Armstrong now with possession. Working his way out. He's got players downfield. Where's he going to go? Keeping this one moving downfield. We've got under 2 minutes remaining here as Stewart working his way all the way down. He's hungry. He wants that goal. Gets out in front here of Jimmy Stewart. Stuart Armstrong can't quite get back to that ball. And it's going to go wide over the back line. So we're going to have another knock in here with 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining. 1:30 on the clock here as we line up for this bowl-in. So another knock in here, this time for Tonkawa. Nacho Navijo Estrada brings us ball into the playing surface. Looking around, checking his surroundings. He's got players in motion. Where's he going to try and go with this one? He's going to send a pass over here, looking for Roldan. Nick Roldan picks up the ball. Working his way down, he's got Sugar Erskine here on his hip. 1 minute remaining here in Chucker number 4 as Roldan picks it up, tries to send it down the field. Not quite the place he was looking to put that ball, as Sugar going to get on that ball first and pick it up here for McClure River Ranch. Sugar Erskine working his way around, having a little trouble with the bouncy ball, loses the handle. Coming in, Tomacho Piedez now. Tomacho over against the far side boards. And that one going to take a hop over the boards, out of play, and there is the 30-second bell, and the whistle signaling the end of Chucker number 4. That ball in the umpire's hand still, the sound of the bell. So we're going to start things off here in Chucker number 5 with a possession play. So we'll be right back after the break, and we'll be back with Chucker number 5. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here. This, of course, is the Rocky Mountain Open, game number 1 here. We're up at the High Mesa field. Score on the board is 7-4. We went scoreless the whole Chucker number 4. So hopefully we can get some more points put on the board here. In Chucker number 5, we're going to start things off here. Things ended with a change of possession play. That ball taking a hop over the sideboards and out of play. But the 30-second bell went before that ball was put back into place. So that is how we are going to start things off here in Chucker number 5. As soon as we get all of our players out there on the field, ready to get underway. Looks like we have just about everybody out there. So going to get this one underway here in just a moment. All right, so the players are in position here. We're just waiting on the instruction here from our mounted officials. As soon as they call play, we'll get this one put into the playing surface. And here's our little final player. Here we go. Umpire calls play. Nick Roldan back here behind the ball, ready to send this one back into the playing surface. Here to start us off here in Chucker number 5. Nick, behind the ball. One time, crushes a pass downfield. And is it a goal? And Nick Roldan showing us his skill set. Drops that one right between the uprights here, putting a point on the board here for Tonkawa. Yeah, so Nick Roldan converted that goal here on the possession change. What an arm Nick Roldan has. So we line up here on our mounted official, Mr. Dale Schwetz. And here we go. Ball's on the ground. Horacio Heggie picks it up out of the bowling. Horacio Sends it back over here looking for Stewart. Armstrong jumping in on the line, picking up the play. Stewart, he's got Camacho downfield. What's he going to do? Stewart, he's got Hagee coming in behind as well. And here we go. Hagee winds up, comes off the defender's pony, and Jimmy Seward gets a hold of that ball, sends it back over here looking to set up Nick Roldan, who is on a fast pony here out in front of the pack of players. Tomacho Piedras trying to get a hold of Nick, but Nick Roldan still has possession here. Oh, man, bad luck. Nick Roldan had a little trouble with the bouncing ball there. Was able to get it back under control, but it's going to go wide of the goal to the right-hand side. So we're going to have another knock-in here to be taken by McClure River Ranch. Horacio Hagee back behind the ball, brings this one into play. Horacio sends a pass over here looking for Tomacho Piedras. Tomacho jumps in, picks up the play, working his way down the field. Where's he going to go with it? Working on the near side along the far sideboards. Tomacho trying to keep this one moving. He's got Nick Roldan there applying pressure. They're come together. Nick Roldan going to get a hold of that ball. Roldan looking downfield. He's got possession here from a standstill. He's going to send a pass, but Tomacho able to stop that ball. Tomacho Piedras jumps in on the loose ball play, picking up the ball, working his way down towards the goal mouth. Tomacho sends it down, but it's going to be picked up here. We've got 3 minutes and 40 seconds left to play. So this is going to be another knock-in. And here we go. That is going to be a whistle here, stopping the clock with 3 minutes, 33 seconds with the time stopped. So this will be our courtesy change. So we'll get this courtesy change done as quickly as we can and then resume the action with that knock-in. Knock-in this time around coming from Tonkawa on the missed goal there by Tomacho Piedras. Be sure to check out the Aspen Valley Polo Club website, aspenvalleypolo.com. Go to the schedule page. You can find all of the information about the games that we have this weekend. Sunday's matches will be put onto that schedule once we have the matchups. So this evening we will be putting Sunday's matches up on the schedule on the website. And you can tell which games are being live streamed here on Chucker TV and which games are not. So be sure to check out the Aspen Valley website. Also check out the shop page as well. We've got some cool Aspen Valley t-shirts and hats and hoodies and all sorts of fun stuff. Some new merchandise available on the Aspen Valley website. We're back in action. Here comes Nick Roldan working his way down the field. Nick sends a pass up here trying to find Jeff Hildebrand. Jeff picks up the play here. Jeff Hildebrand working his way down, trying to get another point on the board here. Jeff Hildebrand, he's scored once already. And Jeff going to escort that ball right on through. So Jeff Hildebrand. So we're going to go ahead and give credit for that one to Jeff Hildebrand. So bringing Tonkawa to 9 now. 9-4 on the scoreboard. McClure River Ranch scoreless since Chucker number 3. And a quick whistle on the play there. Clock is stopped. 2 minutes and 28 seconds remaining here in Chucker number 5. So we're going to head down here. Drop the ball on the 60-yard stripe for penalty number 4 here for McClure River Ranch. On that right-of-way violation. Stewart. Shugs. One of the stewards. This is Stuart Erskine. We call him Sugar. Here we go. Shugs sends it down along the ground. Not where he wanted to place that ball. So Shugs unable to find the high mark here on the penalty number 4. But they're fighting for possession here. Where's this ball going to end up? Trying to get this one back down to the goal mouth. Horacio thinking about it. Where's this ball going to go? That's going to be Nacho. Novicio Estrada coming away with that ball from the pack of players. Working his way down. Under 2 minutes left to play. As that ball gets disrupted. Here comes Tomacho Piedes picking up the loose ball play. Tomacho leaves it back behind here for Horacio. Horacio Heggie with possession now. Trying to get this one up there to a teammate, Horacio. Horacio still with possession here. Now he unleashes a pass down here. He's got Stewart. Where's that one going to go? Was that good? No, it's going to be wide. So that ball will go wide to the left-hand side. Bad luck on that one. 1 minute, 5 seconds. 1:05 left to play here as we line up for another knock-in for Tonkawa. And Nacho Novicio Estrada taps this one into play. We got just under a minute left to play here in Chucker number 5. Here we go. With a pass over here, looking for Nick Roldan. Roldan unable to make contact with that one. Seward coming down the line here, trying to pick up the play. A couple players cross paths. Umpire's going to discuss this one, that's for sure. But we are stopped here. Clock is stopped. 44 seconds left to play. 44 seconds on the clock. So the umpires are discussing this play. I'll let you know what the result is. What do we got? Right-of-way violation, penalty number 5 for the green. 44 seconds on the clock. So penalty number 5 here for the team in green. Nacho Novicio Estrada will be the one to do this one. Bring this one back into play. And here we go. Nacho sends it one time off the line. Trying to find Nick Roldan, but Sugar Erskine got there first. And backs it over here to trying to find a teammate of his. But Jimmy Seward coming in on the action here. And there is the 30-second bell. Less than 30 to play out. Here we go, coming around with the ball. Nick Roldan jumps back in and picks up the play. Drags it forward, now slaps it back. Trying to find a teammate here, but Tomacho Piedes coming down the line, picks it up. Nick Roldan trying to get back to this ball. Here we go, working it down the field, trying to keep this one moving. Not quite enough time. I think they're going to be fighting for position here. We go, where's this one going to end up? And they are going to run out of time. So we played all the way down to the final horn or final bell to end Chucker number 5. So we'll be right back, folks. One more commercial break here. We're going to go to a commercial here, and we'll be right back with Chucker number 6, our 6th and final Chucker of regulation time.
To be able to come here and play a course such as this, it's a great experience. Probably the best tee gift I've ever received, so, and that's no lie. My wife actually gave me a pair for Christmas before I played in the tournament, so this will be my 3rd pair, so I'm looking forward to it.
Over the calf, 17 and a half.
Outseam 43.5.
We make a personal pattern for everybody, and that takes a lot of different points on a body to draft a pattern.
I have at least 7 or 8 pair. Great golf course, and get a pair of blue jeans out of the deal. It's freaking awesome.
The down for that is 17 1/4.
Was that about 32?
Yep, you nailed it.
Same thing you've been wearing since high school.
6.5.
No, that's fine.
Thanks so much for being here, and good luck today on the course. We will do a true shotgun start today, so good luck today, and y'all have a great time.
People aren't accustomed to getting a gift like custom pants at a golf tournament, but for clubs that do offer that to their members, it's been a success every time because it's so unique, it's so different, and it's an American-made product that's custom. You get measured for it, you get to design it and pick it. Who doesn't like that?
Getting a pair of jeans from Blue Dots is a great gift, something unique, something that they normally wouldn't get that they really appreciate.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here. This, of course, is the Aspen Valley Polo Club. We're up at the High Mesa Field. This is the Rocky Mountain Open. Game number 1 here. Game number 1. Score on the board is 9-4. Tonkawa with a commanding lead here going into our 6th and final chukker. And the bell did go before the ball exited the field. The ball was still on the field when the bell went. Yeah, the ball was still on the field when the bell went. So we're going to line up here and have a bowl-in from the center to the boards as soon as our final player gets into position here. So, gonna have one more chukker here, and then we'll see you guys on our second broadcast of the day down at McClure River Ranch, field number 1 at 1:30. So, balls on the ground, off and working here. Out of the bowl-in, coming out of there with the play. Nick Roldan gets a hold of it and smashes the ball downfield. He's got Nacho Navijo Estrada on the move. Nacho drops in. Look at this pony fly. Nacho Navijo. Keeping this one moving all the way downfield. Nacho Navijo Estrada. Can he keep this one up? Nacho Navijo Estrada. He's going to escort that ball right on in. So putting a point on the board here. And we've got a goal here for Nacho Navijo Estrada. And that means all 4 players on Tonkawa have found the high mark at least once today, with that ball coming off the mallet of Nacho Navijo Estrada. So we line up here on umpire sweats once again. And, of course, that goal from Nacho Navijo gets his team to double digits here. 10-4 the score. And Nick Roldan coming out of there with the play. Roldan, not quite where he wanted to place that ball. Tomacho Pieta is coming up with the loose ball play. Leaves it back behind. Here comes Horacio. Now this one's going to get stolen back here by Tonkawa and sent back up the field. Jeff trying to get on that line, but Tomacho Pietas gets there first. Tomacho grabs a hold of this ball, takes it around the long way here. He's got a couple of players coming in behind to help him out. Tomacho leaves it behind here for Horacio Hegi. Horacio still with possession here. Looks downfield. He sees the goal mouth. He unleashes a pass down along the ground. Who's going to get a hold of it? Looks like Tonkawa is going to be able to stop this one. Yep, there we go. Roldan to Seward. Seward now. Jimmy Seward trying to keep this one moving forward. And bad luck there. Armstrong can't quite make contact with that backshot attempt. And Seward continues his drive downfield. Stewart, he's followed up here by Nick Roldan. Picks up the loose ball play. Roldan trying to get back around these defenders here. Nick Roldan sends a shot to the goal. But it's going to go. Oh, no, that was a goal. So another point goes on the board here for Nick Roldan. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left to play. 3:30 on the clock. So Nick Roldan finds the high mark once again here. Picking up his 5th goal on the day. And there's the whistle. Stopping the action here. Clock is stopped. 3 minutes, 17 seconds. 3:17. So we're going to take advantage of this time for our courtesy change. Our final courtesy change here of the match. We see a couple players taking advantage. We see a couple players electing to stay on their mounts as well. So as soon as we get back, or get the players back that elected to change, we'll get this one back underway with the Bolin here at center field. So yeah, be sure to tune in later this afternoon for game number 2. And then tomorrow, 11 o'clock. Of course, all of the times that I'm giving you is Mountain Time. 11 o'clock Mountain Time, we'll have some kids chuckers at the Barn Field. That's always a fun little match to watch every Saturday late afternoon. And then we'll be back with a full day of polo on Sunday. All of Sunday's matches will be put up onto the Aspen Valley schedule this afternoon once we know who will play who and what the matchups will be. We'll go ahead and get those games put up there this evening, so be sure to check that out tomorrow morning. And you can tell which games will be broadcast and which games will not. So, and of course, you got some contact information on the website as well. If you got any questions, be sure to reach out, and we'll try to answer your questions to the best of our ability. Here we go. Ball's back on the ground. Stewart momentarily, but now coming in. Couple players override. Now Tomacho Piedras from the back of the pack here. Sends a pass out in front, trying to find a teammate, but the whistle sounds. Stopping the action here. Clock is stopped. 2 minutes, 58 seconds. 2:58. And the score on the board is 11-4. Tonkawa with a commanding lead here. Right-of-way violation is the call on the field. We're going to drop this on the 30-yard stripe for penalty number 2. It is 11-4. 11-4 is correct. It's 11. Little. Here we go. Ball sent from the stripe. Horacio Heggie finds the high mark. That was Sugar, rather. Sugar finds the high mark here, getting his team to 5. So. Sugar Erskine gets his second penalty conversion of the day. And now we're lining up back on our mounted official here at center field. Ball put back on the ground. Coming out of there, Horacio Heggie. Heggie sends this one down. Looking to get a hold of this one for Stewart. Stewart gets a hold of that one, but it sends it a little too far in front of the goal mouth. And a couple players come together. This ball dragged into the corner. And Nick Roldan jumping in on the action, picking up the play here for Tonkawa. Doing a nice job. Just under 2 minutes left to play. Just under 2 minutes. Here we go. Nick working his way down, but he's going to pass this one up in front here for Jeff Hildebrand. Hildebrand trying to keep control and get back on this line, but Tomacho Piedras gets a hold of that one and sends a pass over here looking to find a teammate of his. He was looking for Horacio, but it's going to be picked off here by Nick Roldan. who rounds the corner here, working his way back towards the goal mouth. Nick Roldan. Still a live ball. Tomacho Piedes gets a hold of it once again. Just under a minute and a half left to play as Tomacho Piedes working his way down the field, trying to feed a ball up here to a teammate. Tomacho, that play disrupted, but he's able to get back on it. Tomacho Piedes still with possession here, working his way down the field. Tomacho sends a shot down along the ground, trying to find a teammate here. Sugar Erskine takes the shot, and it's going to go right on in. 1 minute left to play, 1 minute on the clock. Here with Sugar Erskine getting his second goal of the Chucker. So 11-6 now the score. As we line up here on our mounted officials, we will, of course, play out the final 30 seconds of this Chucker. Seeing it's the final Chucker of regulation time. And the ball is put on the ground here just ahead of the warning bell. And that's the 30-second bell has gone. Where's this ball going to end up? Nick Roldan with possession here. Crushes a shot down. Trying to set up a play here, but Tomacho Piedes gets a hold of that one and saves that one from going across the goal mouth. And now coming up with the play, Stewart Armstrong with the ball, working his way down the field. Might not have enough time here, just a couple of seconds remaining. And, yeah, he's going to run out of time. That is the final bell. That is all we got, folks. Final score on that one is going to be 11-6. So 11-6 is the final score. Thank you so much for tuning in. What a fun match that was. My name's Cale Newman. On behalf of everyone here at Chucker TV and the Aspen Valley Polo Club, I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys on the next broadcast. And, of course, that is at 1:30 Mountain Time. Be sure to tune in, and we will see you next time.